Hey, what's up, guys? Rizzo the Hero. Listen, man, I want to come to you guys on a very emotional and touching topic. This is for everyone, okay? But listen, it's really jacked up in life how people can do something, whether it's friendship, business, personal, whatever, it doesn't matter. But how people can do certain things to you, like, mistreat you or say something to hurt your feelings or just do something where they know it's this is bothering, it's hurtful, it's disturbing, okay? And then instead of apologizing, so then I'm sorry, when you do what you're supposed to do, like, get the hell away from them, like distance yourself, like a person with pride or integrity or morals or principle would do, you know what I mean? Instead of coming back to you and giving you a sincere, genuine apology, instead what they do is they want to sit there and really like call themselves playing with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to them and you don't really deal with them. Oh, here they want to act like that because I done did them this, or they acting like that because I done did them this, or they feel played about this situation, or they just mad because of this or that. You know what I'm saying? Or else when it comes to a female, oh, he just mad because I don't want to give him no play. He just mad because I curved him and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Male and female, but we all do it. But instead of giving an apology, you see what really gets me with that, and it's like with people. You know what I mean? People don't never think of, the other person's feelings. You know what I mean? You have to understand something. You did something, whether it was a disagreement or not. If you know that you did something to hurt somebody, you said, and this person was a friend. This is not someone just some stranger. If it's a stranger, you shouldn't give a shit. But this person is a friend. This is a person who looked out for you, and they never played with you like that. They never disrespected you like that. They never did nothing like that to you. And instead of you apologizing, sincerely and genuine, people, we all make mistakes. No one's perfect. You know what I mean? And whether the person accept your apology or not, okay, but still you apologize sincerely and genuinely. I'm not talking about some fake ass apology. You know what I mean? But still in all, when you don't do that, and you have the nerve, the audacity to sit there and want to play with it, even on the job. Oh, they not talking to me because I don't want to, because I said this, or because I told the supervisor on them, or this and this and that. People, let me tell you something. Don't you realize people, and I'm not saying this to be funny or not, and hey, me myself, I've always felt as if I was one of God's most special children. Yeah, I done did some bad, jacked up shit too. You know what I mean? But not so much to people, mainly to myself, or put myself in situations. But thing is that, don't you know when you do that to a good person, which is one of God's most chosen, God's most special child, and stuff like that? It's like I tell people, if a person comes to your life and they're nice to you, or they're sincere and genuine, those people are angels. No one's perfect. You know what I mean? But anyway, long story short, I'm not trying to get off the subject. But when you do that, do you realize, like, people like you, don't you know that, like, just out the blue, you wake up and you fall down a flight of stairs and you, like, break every bone in your body? Don't you realize people like you get into car accidents and you die? Don't you realize people like you just out the blue get fired from a job? Don't you realize people like you just automatically, just out the blue, randomly get cheated on in the most hurtful way? You know what I mean? So you better understand that when you don't treat people, some of y'all be thinking, oh, I done got away with it, or oh, it just is, oh, that's good for them. Well, it's a fuck it, I'll get over it. It is what it is. Don't you realize it? Don't you realize when you do someone wrong and you do not make amends, you do not, I'm not saying beg for someone forget. Maybe it depends, because maybe you did something that bad. But whenever you don't try your best to at least be reasonable, to say, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, look, I didn't know you was going to take it like that. Hey, we was just clowning, man. I thought we was just joking. I didn't mean it like that. Hey, girl, look, I apologize. If you don't want to talk to me no more, it is what it is. But girl, I'm sorry. I really am. You know what I'm saying? People, that's why some people go, and I'm going to tell you this too. When it comes to God, you know what I mean? And God sends you a good person. And this not just for friends. This could be for like relationships too. But don't you realize when God sends you someone, when God sends you an angel, like I said, no one's perfect. We all been through shit. You know what I mean? But don't you realize that when you betrayed that person, you're not going to find another them. And the next, okay, say for instance, if you're in a relationship and someone that you were dating, they were loyal, you cheated on them, okay? You do realize the next person that you date, they're not going to just cheat on you. Karma's a bitch. Karma is whatever you've done times 10. Especially if you didn't try to make a means for it. You know what I mean? That's how the world works. But don't you know that someone is going to cheat on you? They're not going to just cheat. They're going to steal from you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to talk to you stupid. They're going to treat you like shit. Because God, you've showed God you don't deserve nothing good. You know what I mean? He sent it to you. You know what I'm saying? With friendship. You know what I'm saying? When you betrayed a friend, when you sleep with one of your friends' lovers, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, or their wife. You know what I mean? Or else when you just misuse a friend because you see that they're good-hearted. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could do them this because it ain't like they're going to whoop my ass up. They're going to want to fight me. They're going to like check me and like that because, you know, they're good-hearted people and stuff like that. Don't you know when that person gets out your life, don't you know the next friend that you get is going to be someone who sets you up and kill you? It's going to be someone who sleeps with your spouse. It's going to be someone who talked to you, who lie, who spread rumors about you. You know what I mean? Because you show God that's what you deserve. You know what I mean? So y'all really got to think about that, man. It's just the honest to God truth. I'm going to tell you a true story, okay? I think it was like in 2000, I think maybe 10 or something like that. I was young, like maybe in my mid-20s. And I was working on a job, and there was this girl who I was into. You know, she was pretty attractive. So, you know, her and I, we was cool and stuff like that. So one day I told her, I said, look, you know, we off the weekend. Hey, why don't we get together, you know, get a bite to eat, you know, go see a movie or something like that. She said she was busy. Oh, I'm so busy. You know, I got a son and, you know, I got to do all this, you know. But the way she did it, it was like she was kind of just throwing it out the window like, oh, like, no, like, you know, basically don't ask me again. And I was cool with it. I was like, all right, cool. Is what it is. Well, like, say like a few weeks later, right? We had a bunch of new hires come in, all right? One of the guys, you know, it seemed like it's a guy that it was her type. Because, you know, tall, 6 foot tall, dark-skinned, gold teeth, stuff like that. Now, hey, to each his own, you know, whatever you like is what you like. So, her and the guy started talking, you know, not dating, but started talking. Okay, well, the guy smacked. Now, me and the guy, we got real cool. All right, and only a week of him working, I was working there for probably about 2 months before I made that attempt. But he was only working there for 1 week. 1 week he smashed. And he couldn't wait to tell me. Because me and him, we was cool. Hey, it pretty much, you know, that's how shit worked. You know, and they're like, hey, you know, it is what it is. Okay, well, after, you know, say like maybe, not even, I think maybe 2 weeks. You understand? The guy started messing with another female who worked there. All right? So when that happened, the girl who I was, you know, who he pretty much dogged and just did any kind of way, you know what I'm saying? She tried to come back being cool with me, trying to be my friend. I never had nothing against her. I never was an enemy. But with that, I didn't want to talk to her as much because you curve me. That's what I tell guys. When a girl curve you, you know, I mean, me, a girl curve me, bro, I don't ever see that bitch again. And it is what it is. I don't give a damn. I understand to each his own. Whatever you want to be attracted to is what you're attracted to. But still in all, a girl curves you, bro, get far away from her as possible. Okay? Because if not, she's going to keep thinking that you want to deal with her when that's not the case. Even if it is the case, still get the hell away from her. So me, I was distancing myself from her. Wasn't really talking to her as much. You know, anything she had to say, I was making it brief, like in 3-letter words. Okay, yeah, all right, guys, here's and that. Till one day, we in the goddamn break room, and she was trying to talk to me about something, and I'm talking to another female. So she thinks because, this how women are, she thinks because I done, you know, holler at her before and let her know I was interested in her, she can just rudely come interrupt. Like, Romeo, listen. So, you know, I'm sitting there talking to you know, another female who was a new hire. And, you know, she just rudely came, sat down and just butt in the conversation, like, you know, fuck what y'all talking about. Romeo, listen, you know, like that. And I told her, I checked her, hey, you know, didn't get loud with her. I said, hey, listen, you know, look, I'm talking to her about this. I'm going to get back with you on that later. And out the blue, she causes a scene. You know, oh, wow. So you got to act like that because, you know, a bitch curved you. So, like, a bitch told you no for a date. So you want to just sit there and, like, you know, like, ignore me. Like, you know, she better than me. I mean, made a complete ass out of herself. She thought she was embarrassing me. But when she was doing it, you know, like, you know, she, and see, this was messed up. She went off on me for just pretty much telling her to, like, showing her how she's not being respectable. She didn't once go back to that guy and check him for dogging her. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I heard, that they went out and she paid for everything. You know what I'm saying? It was her idea. Now, here it is. I'm trying to take her out on a date. She wanted to go on a date with him, and he had her pay for everything. And he smashed the first night, the first time. And he really didn't call him, but she never checked him on that. But here it is. I'm the good guy. I'm the nice guy. See, that's what I talk about as far as good gentlemen within the black community. You understand? We don't get respect. But anyway, long story short, she can talk that shit to me. She felt confident to talk it to me. You know what I'm saying? Same way it is with guys. Remember that with their baby dads. When women, you dating a woman that got kids, and she talk about, oh, I don't need my baby daddy for nothing. I don't ask him for nothing. But she give you demands. You gotta, if you want a chance with me, you gotta treat my kids like they're your kids. You gotta pay all the bills in the house. You gotta do this. You gotta do this and that. But when it comes to the baby daddy, just as long as he could just make one day out of a month to see them, and he's the man. He's everything. Okay? It ain't a thing that she don't need him for nothing. She don't ask him. She know not to fucking play with him. You understand? She know when she deal with him, she's walking on eggshells. You understand? So, but anyway, long story short, so when she call herself, trying to embarrass me and stuff like that, show you how God worked. Hey, I didn't think that she deserved it. But a white female supervisor, you understand? She asked me, Romeo, what was that about? What happened? And this and this and that. Because that's how loud she was. She was very, like, she lost her damn mind. And I told her, look, it's just, I don't know. That's something, I didn't rat on her. I didn't say, oh, she went off on me. Oh, she wrong for that. Y'all should do this and this and that. Didn't say nothing. I said, hey, I don't know. Whatever that is about. Me and the girl, we went back to talking about what it was we was talking about, okay? The next day, she was fired. 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 She was fired because they said her conduct. You know what I'm saying? That was her first time really me ever seeing her act like that. I didn't see nothing else she did on the job to where it had to, add up to a fire, but just that quick. Fired. You know what I'm saying? For trying to embarrass one of God's good people. You know what I mean? So it's like I say, guys, karma is real. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. But when you treat people like shit, you treat people a certain type of way because you feel as if they not going to whoop your ass, or they not going to check you, or they not going to kill you or nothing like that, don't worry. God got you. God going to deal with that, baby. You understand? So I tell us to everybody, anyone that you've betrayed it, you've talked to, stupid, or you've done something wrong to, you better get this foolishness out of your head talking about some, oh, they just mad, or and it was something because of you that you did. Okay? So anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all. Rizzo the hero. You better get right with people for God give you a reality check.